We're back now with Miss Merino Tsui, our academic dean. All right, Irina. We'll get started with the questions. So, Ms. Merino Tsui, what is your role at LPS, and what tasks and duties do you perform?
Okay. Well, I am the academic dean, which is like the assistant principal at the school. I'm charged with the day-to-day operation of the academic program. So basically how we implement and teach our classes so that you guys, the students, will get the most out of your learning. I think a lot of my day-to-day work is around how to support and collaborate and challenge the teachers to make new opportunities for learning and to do a lot of problem solving. So basically I spend a lot of time trying to make teachers' lives easier so that they can spend more time working on how to best help you guys, the students. And some of my more intense duties aside from that come from testing. So for example, setting up the KC or the PSATs. And then I also evaluate and coach teachers.
Thank you. Who do you report to in your work, and who reports to you?
Well, I report to the principal, Ms. Career. The teachers and the department representatives, or the leads, the department leads, report to me. I also spend a lot of time working with Koku because he also supports teachers with technology. And I happen to get a lot of feedback from students and some other administrative staff, like Mr. Robinson, the counselor, so Ms. Dominguez and Mr. Leone, and Ms. Pitters.
Thanks. Who is your support team, or who supports you in your work?
Well, everybody supports me at this school, from the students who give me moral support and are comic relief. There's also Ms. Pitters in the front office who's a huge support. Because she carries out a lot of my crazy ideas, and then the teachers also support me because they have to actually implement my crazy ideas. And I would say one of my greatest supports or assistants is Miss Career, because she's sort of like my mentor. She was the academic dean before she became principal. Also, my wife is a very nice support because she was a former principal, and it's nice to have an outside lens and a thought partner in that process. But I guess one of the other big supports at the school is something called the ILT, the Instructional Leadership Team. People on that, like Miss Wing George, right? These are people who help me work through any ideas I have when I get stuck. They also give a good view of what's happening in the classroom, because I'm no longer in the classroom. I can't see what's going on all the time. And then we all of us work together to figure out how to make teaching as effective as possible.
Thanks, that was great. So, Ms. Merino Tsui, how do you know if you're being effective? How do you assess your effectiveness at assisting students and fulfilling your tasks and duties that you have outlined?
Well, I haven't been at this job for very long. But I believe that I will be measuring my success based on the success of the teachers I work with and their students. Basically, I'm dealing with the teachers, and they are the change makers. They are the people who are actually going out there and doing the business. And I'm really dealing with how happy our teachers are with their assessments, their content, whatever day-to-day activities. Do we feel successful, valued, and challenged? Do we feel like we're being heard? So these are things I look for.
Thank you. And then lastly, how do you currently use student feedback to inform your work, or what is the role of student feedback in your position?
Okay. So student feedback is really important because you guys are the ones who are reaping the benefits or are not reaping the benefits of the work that I'm doing with teachers. So because the students are the direct beneficiaries from the coaching and the evaluation and just whatever duties I have, if something's not working, then I usually get a sense of that right away from students. However, I will say that If students want a more powerful voice, that would be coming from an organized body of students, something like the ASB or the school site council, something through an entire advisory, right, or even through a club.
Thanks. Any last messages do you want to share with students?
Well, I think this is a great idea. I'm very excited to see what you guys are going to do with the information I'm sharing with you, how you're going to make our school better.
Thank you. Have a great day.